answers, and I didn't like that. Poop. I was
You were
flowing.
close. You were so close.
I was flowing up the spin. Let's get into today's episode.
That was too slow.
Really?
What's up? I'm Ashley Dabbs.
And I'm Nate Grecklick. Welcome to Mohawk Table Talk. It is episode number 6. We here at Mohawk Honda know information is key to purchasing and owning a vehicle. Our weekly Mohawk Table Talk gives you maintenance reminders, Honda news, fun gadgets, and answers the common questions you may have about purchasing or owning a vehicle. We have a very special guest on this episode, and he's coming in later. But for now,
let's get into today's episode.
For our maintenance reminders, we are going to talk about brakes. Now, I'm going to go in the back with Mike Healy, one of our master technicians. He's going to talk about brakes, how long we should keep them on for, what they should look like, how to check your brakes, different things like that. So let's go back there and talk to Mike. So I'm here with Mike Healy, one of our master technicians who has been here for about, 15 years?
Almost.
So he's going to show us some of the brake components, what good brakes look like, what bad brakes look like, and how you can check them yourself. All right, so I'll lead it off with Mike. Let's do this.
We're going to go over some of the key parts here. We have a caliper and a bracket, which holds the pads. Very important part that clamps the pads onto the rotor, which is this round circular component here. And then there's a brake line, brake hose that delivers the brake fluid to the caliper to do the pedal effort. So you got a nice rotor surface here. It's smooth, no grooves, no rust. We see a lot of rust in the Northeast, and we'll check the thickness of the pads inside of here. Has a Honda tool to check the thickness. That's an 8, and it doesn't quite go in there. And 6 has some extra room. So they measure 7 millimeters on the outer pad, and we can check the inside too through an access hole inside of here. Same measurement, 7 millimeters. So new pads start about maybe 8-9 millimeters on this model, so 7 millimeters is good life, and you've still a lot of miles left to go on these.
Awesome, that's great news. So how often do we need to change our brakes?
It depends on model, depends on front or rear. The fronts do more braking. Rust is a big player in that. Your best bet is to check them every service. Have us check them when you do an oil change. 10,000 miles or so, you want to check them. Just keeping a measurement on those pads is the key.
Cool. Can you check them without taking the tires off?
Sometimes you can if the wheel has a lot of access in it. Hubcaps are harder to see in, but visually you can get a peek through, and they keep them open so you can see them.
Cool. So 7 millimeters is good, right?
Yeah.
All right. So make sure they stay at 7 millimeters. All
if
right.
you're down around 2 or 3, that's low.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Let's get them serviced here. All right.
We have rear pads that measured with this tool in this yellow zone, the lower end of the yellow zone, of 4 millimeters. So that does not qualify for certification on this unit. And the rotors are rusty. We're in the middle of a resurface here, so new pads and a fresh resurface on the rotors, and we'll be good to go.
This is a caliper cover.
Bracket.
This is a caliper bracket, everybody. And where do the brakes go?
They sit inside of these plates here, so the pad would sit right inside of here.
Okay.
And that's all cleaned up. The rust inside of there is sandblasted out.
Perfect.
And these pins are lubed up. They have to move freely.
So these move in and out. They were seized, meaning they couldn't move before, but he fixed them up, pulled them apart, cleaned them up. And then right there, this is where, does this go?
Yep, this bolts to that.
Okay.
Once it sits here.
How does that work?
Just like this. This will sit here. Put the pads in, and then that'll sit there like that.
Oh, cool.
We can show the end result.
Absolutely. Let's do it. So, these are what the new brakes look like. And now they are on there, as you saw. Put them all on, screwed them up nice and tight. Now this car is good to go. So is there a way that someone can reduce the amount of wear they put on their brakes?
Yeah, especially in the Northeast, we see a lot of binding brakes, which means the pads will stick in the holders or the pins will start to stick. So we see a lot of salt, moisture, whatnot get inside of here. If sometimes we'll recommend a brake service if the pads are still maybe half-life or a little more, but sticking. We'll take them out, clean up the pad edges, clean up the pins. So you want everything moving freely in a brake system.
Cool. So that does it for us here back in the service bays, and we'll see you back up front with Ashley and all that fun stuff. Thanks, Mike.
You got it.
Thank you, Mike. That was great. And we'll make sure to keep that in mind when we are looking at our vehicles. Moving on to, ooh, that looks cool. Now, I told you last week that we found this awesome website called Gadget Flow. Well, she told you. So we're going to stay on that because they have so many car gadgets, and there's no need to go anywhere else because we got all of them.
So up first, I have the Roadie Hammock Stand by Eagle's Nest. This thing is super cool. It's only $170, and the little description says, take your relaxation on the road with Roadie Hammock Stand by Eagle's Nest. Using the wheels of your vehicle, the stand is able to hold your hammock in the optimal position for you to relax. So this is perfect for long road trips, long drives, or people who just simply want to take a break. And it goes right along with your car, stores easily in your car, so really like that one. Pretty cool.
Absolutely. I like the fact that they put a Honda Element in there.
As the picture.
And that it goes around the wheels. I think that's
Yeah.
cool. Nice
Very
little
sturdy.
anchor right there, yeah. So this is for all my Star Wars fans out there. This is the Chewbacca seatbelt cover.
I'm not even going to attempt.
So obviously this goes around your seatbelt just to make you look like you're driving the Millennial Falcon.
Well, it's going to be soft, too, so it won't
Soft and
cut
fuzzy,
into you. So.
Soft and fuzzy, and it looks like you're driving the Millennial Falcon. That's Chewbacca, and it'd be great for Halloween costumes,
That would, actually. It's a really good idea.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
All right, cool. So my next one is the Quick Snap car window sunshades. So a lot of our vehicles that come with rear entertainment automatically already have these type of shades in them, but this is cool for the vehicles that don't automatically come with them. They just snap right in, protect your kids from the glaring sun, make it easier for them to watch a DVD or play on their tablet or anything like that. And that's just $54. So
There you go.
it's really nice.
Perfect. Now we're moving on to my last one, and this is the multi-use everyday dusting brush. So I thought this was really cool because I know I'm always inside my car, always driving around, and then you look into your little vents and they just look so nasty. So you grab a
Yeah.
cloth, you grab a Clorox wipe, and you're trying to get there, but then you
can't
realize
get
your
all the
fingers
way
are too
in.
big.
Yeah.
So this is perfect for that, and it's only $17 and apparently 31 cents. It is time for Honda News. We have some very exciting news. Now, many of you may not know, but Honda has actually come up with their own private jet. It is a 4-seater, and Honda Pro Jason was in it, and he showed us all the cool stuff in there. And it's really cool, and I'm going to throw up some pictures right there for you. Honda Aircraft delivered 24 aircraft to customers in the U.S. during the first 6 months. They say, our customers are extremely pleased with the performance, comfort, and superior fit and finish of the Honda Jet. The Honda Jet is very high-tech, sporty aircraft, and it is like flying a high-precision sports car. Awesome, Honda, and I wouldn't expect anything less because of the cars that they make. And it's going to be very luxurious. It's going to feel really nice in the sky. So it's like flying a high-tech sports car in the sky. Good job, Honda.
Super cool. All right, so up next, we have a little Kelley Blue Book action here.
KBB.
So, KBB, the 2018 Honda Odyssey, HR-V, and Civic Si earned the 2018 Kelley Blue Book 5-year Cost to Own Awards.
There we go.
So this is actually the 3rd year that the HR-V has topped the subcompact SUV
Yeah.
category. So
Wow.
congratulations to Honda, and keep up the good work. I mean, we show you about all your maintenance things that you can do to to make sure your car keeps going for years and years. But it just goes to show that you're really not spending that much money out of pocket if you're driving a Honda.
Absolutely. And a lot of people like the HRV. One, because it's a nice little crossover. Gives you just enough space. Very versatile. The seats go up, all that fun stuff. And it's all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
That's why a lot of people like it.
Up here in upstate New York, while we're currently getting snow, it's great to have that.
When it was 70 yesterday, and then it's snowy today.
30-something today. Welcome to New York.
Welcome. Moving on to our weekly sponsor shout-out, so you know what we have to do. It's time for our weekly sponsor shout-out!
Everybody's really excited.
Everyone's really excited. Well, our weekly sponsors are Mohawk Honda family members who have come in and left their experience for us to share.
Great. So I have one to start us off. The title is simply Very Happy by new car owner 91. Mohawk Honda and its employees took care of me during my first car leasing experience. I'm very pleased with their service and willingness to ensure my satisfaction. They worked with Caleb, our delivery coordinator, John Potenza, one of our sales associates, and John Kennedy, one of our business managers. So
Sweet.
thank you, new car owner 91.
91. Do you think it's their birthday?
Could be.
I feel like it is.
It could be his first car there or her first car leasing experience.
Absolutely.
Aw.
Yay.
All right. What do you got for us?
I have Excellent Experience
Nice.
by Brian B. From the start, you are greeted with a very helpful, outgoing, friendly staff that pointed me in the right direction. The environment was great, the sales people were awesome in helping me find a vehicle right for myself. Looking forward to dealing with them in the future. Well, thank you, Brian. We do harp on finding you the right car, making it affordable, and having that great experience and treating you like family. So we appreciate you leaving your review, leaving your experience for us to share with the community.
All right. So,
It's time for What Is,
in the car biz.
and today we have a very special guest, the head honcho, El Capitan, El Jefe, H.
Mr.
Hi, everybody.
Mr.
Harridan.
Jeff Harridan. Woohoo!
Hi, YouTube.
Well, welcome on our show. We are so blessed that you are with us. And for anyone who does not know Jeff Harridan, he is the owner of Mohawk Honda. And I got him on here because I was going to ask him what it's like to be an owner of a dealership, what he has to do in the background, and different things like that. So without further ado, Jeff Harridan, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to
Mohawk Table Talk.
Mohawk Table Talk. I'm actually a third-generation dealer. We started in the car business in 1919 with my grandfather leaving General Electric as an engineer and wanting to get into the horseless carriage business. And that he did with Chevrolet and a few other makes that are no longer around. My dad, luckily in 1971, had the foresight to add Honda to the portfolio. And at the time, it was just a little car that had a motorcycle engine in it, and no one had much interest because it was so small. It's about the size of this table.
Yeah.
And everyone thought he was out of his mind, but look at us today. You know, we're selling 3,000 or so of these little guys every year and liking it. And it was definitely the best thing he ever did. So third generation, to me it comes fairly easy because it's been in my blood for so long and I've kind of lived it my whole life.
Yep.
Started out when I was in high school, I would clean used cars at night. From there I went to service advisor status with Chevrolet on weekends. I'd drive down from Lake George every day, every morning, be there at 7 o'clock if you can imagine. I don't know how I did that. I did service manager, sold cars, sold Chevrolets, new, used, and trucks, mostly trucks because there's more detail to it and not everyone really understood it, so it made it a little easier for me to sell them. And after college I got in, and back in those days everything was pretty much sold off the trucks, so there wasn't a lot to do, so I was in the parts department and helped create the service and parts department to be more of a profit center and also to take really good care of the customers. I took over from my dad and went right in as general manager, and again, it was still small, so I was doing everything right down from cleaning the bathroom to taking irate customers, or working with the bank, working with different vendors. About 6-7 years ago, we moved from our State Street location to this location.
Sweet.
And pretty much was opened up a whole new world to us. As far as volume and customers, stuff like that. One thing that I always learned early on was that you always surround yourself with great people, not good people, but great people. Don't be afraid to pay high salaries. Get the best you can get, and have them build a team, which we have done here with Nick and company. And another one of my key credos is to always expect what you expect.
Yes.
So with 200 plus employees, not every day things are happening the way you expect, and you have to kind of inspect to make sure that the processes are still there, that the customers are still being taken care of the same way, all the things we agreed upon are being done the same way. And to me, that's always been key. And a lot of times managers don't like it that I find things aren't working anymore, but I assure them that I want to be a part of their team, and it's not, I'm not getting upset with them. I'm just wanting to get everybody back on track as a team and as a family, and do the right stuff so that we can continue to be the best car dealer we can be. Whether it's the Capital District or the nation, we want to be the best.
Absolutely. So what's a typical day look like for you in this business?
Typical day. There's so much in my hands right now with reporting and internet and different companies that we use to help us every day, that I can spend probably the first half of my day just going through all the reports and numbers to see that we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. And then I'll normally, after looking at stuff, if I find things that I think we can improve, I'll bring it to the managers, and I'll go over it with them and see if they agree with me. I'll never force them to do anything. I always try and sell them on the idea that it's the
This
best
is
for
right.
us.
Right.
Not we will do this, we have to do this, but let's talk about it. Let's maybe tweak it. Maybe if it doesn't work, we'll try it another way, or we'll move it around until we get it right. Spent a lot of time buying used cars back when we had Honda, because we didn't really have any new cars to sell. So I kind of still fool around with that a little bit online. I'll go to 5 or 6 different auctions a week, and buy cars for the dealership. Hopefully the right cars, so I don't hear about that. What do you buy this for? Is he going to drive it? I mean, we'll never sell this thing. But try and buy stuff that people want, not that I want, and just try and stay busy.
Is it hard to stay busy?
Not at all. Not at all.
With running a dealership.
Yeah, running a dealership,
Always, even though he's at the tip top of our company, he still walks around the waiting rooms and straightens up the newspapers. And even like during the springtime or summertime, he's out there with the hedge clippers getting it.
I also check the bathrooms.
He does.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, but I'll go in and make sure they're clean, and
Yeah.
we have everything customers need to see that we're wanting to take care of them best we can.
Yeah, and you do it all. You really do, and we really
Absolutely.
appreciate you for
We do
that.
appreciate everything that you do for us.
Well, thanks,
Yes.
and I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate our work family.
Absolutely.
And, we're definitely having a lot of fun, and we're going to continuously improve every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you heard it from the main man right there. Thank you guys for checking us out.
Bam! Yeah.
If you like this video, please subscribe right there. Like us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and yes, we do have a Snapchat. The links are down below. If you have any questions that you want us to answer, feel free to comment. We will answer them back. And we will check you next time on Mohawk Table Talk. See ya.
Bye.